It's true, I found a secret Amazon book niche that no one is talking about, and it's quietly making thousands every month. So today I'm going to show you why this might be the best KDP opportunity you've never heard of. In this video, I'm going to reveal a KDP niche that's been hiding in plain sight. You won't find this in most tutorials because, well, no one is talking about it. But the numbers don't lie. Some of these books are pulling in hundreds, even thousands per month. And yes, I'll be showing you real examples. More importantly, I'll break down a simple 3-step process so that you can start building your own version today. This niche has almost zero hype, and that's exactly why it's working. I spent hours researching this, analyzing these books, their rankings, finding profitable keywords, and studying the top-selling books. This video isn't just another niche video, it's a step-by-step tutorial so that you can get in on the action and get started making money selling these psychedelic coloring books. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, taking a look at this psychedelic coloring book niche, the first thing that I noticed is there's a lot of variety when it comes to these books. For example, the first one we see here is the bold and easy type, but then we have this one right here called the trippy coloring book, another one psychedelic coloring book, and scrolling through the first page, I saw other examples. So for example, we have this stoner type coloring book, a kawaii type coloring book, and then even a geometric type coloring book. So that's really good to see because that means that you can double down on this niche. You can make 1, 2, 3, 4 books that's not going to compete with one another. Now, I use 3 simple steps to determine the profitability of any given niche. Step number 1 has to do with the search results. Now, when it comes to search results, you don't want to put a book up in an overly competitive niche because it's just going to be that much harder to get your book ranked on the first page of Amazon where most of the sales happen. So what I look for are search results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is going to tell me that the niche is not overly competitive, which gives my book the best chance at getting ranked on the first page of Amazon. Step number 2 has to do with the demand. Now, there's no point putting a book up on Amazon if no one is searching for that book, meaning there's no demand for that type of book. So what I look for are at least 3 or more KDP books that all have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because it's going to tell me that these books are selling consistently, which means that there has to be some sort of demand here. And then step number 3 is just the way that I validate the competition and the demand, and that is using the plugin Self-Titan's Quick View and looking for their niche score. And so with that niche score, I'm looking for at least 50. So going back on Amazon, we see right here, search results of 827, which is also verified by Titan's Quick View, which is right here, 827. So we know that this niche isn't overly competitive. It's below that 1,000 or so that I'm looking for, which means that you're gonna have an easier chance at getting your book ranked here on the first page of Amazon without needing to do things like Amazon KDP ads or marketing. Now, if you wanted to market your books, you want to do KDP ads, you can do that as well. It's just going to help boost your books even faster. If you want to learn how to do that, I'll leave a marker up on the screen right now. So go ahead and watch that video. Now, that's step 2. It's going to go through this first page for those 3 books. So if we hover over this book, Titan's Quick View is going to show us independently published, which is exactly what we're looking for, with the bestsellers rank of 815. This one also has the bestseller badge. So that's one book doing very well. However, this is from a big publisher, so I want to look at more books. This one right here, independently published with a bestsellers rank of 38,000, doing very, very well. And I don't think this comes from a big publisher. So this is the type of book that I like to see. The one right next to it is ranked at 249,000. That's also very good. And the book right next to it, a little bit higher, 475. So let's look on to this book. This book, same 423. It is not independently published. So let's move on to the second row here, which is right here. This one is ranked at 12,000. So there we go, 3 books with the bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below. So I definitely know that there's demand in this niche. I've already validated it. But let's look at all these other books. Quickly, 70,000. This one, 10,000. Trippy Dimensions, 202,000. Kawaii Psychedelic, 225,000. Next row, Psychedelic Stress Relief, 185,000. Psychedelic Coloring Book, 860,000. Trippy and Groovy, 103,000. Psychedelic Geometry, 238,000. And as you can see, row after row, books are selling very, very well. 195,000, 14,000 for this book, and all throughout the first page. Let's go to the very last row. We have this book ranked at 184,000, this one 13,000, and then this one 188,000. So as long as you get on the first page of Amazon, you're gonna sell extremely well within this niche. Now, that last thing that I like to look for has to do with that niche score from Titans Quick View. And we see here a 56. It's above that 50 that I'm looking for, which just basically validates the demand and the competition that we just looked at. So with all three of those steps being satisfied, I'm gonna move on to the next step. I know that there's potential here for success. So the next part is to actually look at these books and see the interiors to see if it's something that we can replicate. Now let's take a look at this book. This one's titled Trippy Art, coloring book for adults featuring psychedelic art and abstract drawings of animals, mushrooms, aliens, and magic for relaxation and stress. This is the bold and easy type coloring book, 8.5 by 8.5 inches, that square size, about 40 drawings as usual, so 90 pages overall, and priced at $9.99. When we look at the A+ content, we can see very good looking interior. Very simple lines, very what you want to call psychedelic. It gives you those psychedelic vibes. And so this is exactly what the customer is looking for. This is a well done interior. And this honestly looks like something that was hand drawn or something that someone hired for a professional to actually draw. And that is one way to go about this. If you want to create these from scratch, but you don't have the experience, well, you can go ahead and watch the video that I made on how to actually outsource this entire process. So I'll leave a marker up top if you want to watch that after this video. Now, taking a look at that bestsellers rank, 12,399, that comes out to about 21 book sales per day and an estimated 630 book sales per month. Now, if we head on over to KDP's royalty calculator, I put in all the information here, 8.5 by 8.5 inches, 90 page count, $9.99. We submit that, and we're gonna get on the Amazon.com marketplace an estimated royalty of $3.15. So if we go ahead and take the $3.15 and multiply that by the estimated book sales per month, which is 630, we're gonna get almost $2,000 per month in royalties from this book alone. Now, here's another way to go about this niche. You could do a geometric type coloring book. It's as easy as it sounds. As we can see, the interior, just a bunch of geometric shapes. And honestly, it doesn't have to be perfect because the type of customers that's gonna buy this book, it doesn't need to be perfect lines. It just needs to look cool. This one, we can see that it's been selling well since it was first released, which was earlier this year. You can see that it's been maintaining a relative rank here. It has its ups and downs, but this book is actually doing pretty well for just being released. Now that we've done the research, we've seen the books, we know that there's profit to be made here. Now it's time to get on to the next step, which is actually to create this book. And so I'm gonna show you an easy way to get started making this book. So for this one, I'm gonna be using Kittl, and I'm gonna create an artboard here. So I wanna create a book that's 8.5 by 8.5 inches. So I'm just gonna go ahead and insert that right here. And I wanna make sure the DPI is set to 300. Now create that artboard. Now all I have to do to create these images is go over here to Kittl AI, and then I can go ahead and use their art generator to create this. So I'm just gonna put in exactly what the book is called, which is the psychedelic geometric pattern. And then I'm gonna choose a style. So for this one, what's gonna work very well is actually gonna be this one right here, coloring book. And then we just hit generate image. Now, after a few seconds, Kittl is gonna just generate this image for us that we're gonna be able to use for this coloring page. So as you can see, it's as easy as that. We can go ahead and stretch it out to fill the canvas and just kind of center it. And it's as simple as that. Now, if I wanted to add another page, we go up here to artboard and then go up here to add a page right there. And so if you can see this, so this is our second artboard. Now we can go ahead and do that again. But this time, if I go back, I can go ahead and change it. So instead of psychedelic, we'll just do geometric circle pattern and see what it comes up with. And instead of coloring book, let's go ahead and do line art and go down and then generate the image. And this one turned out pretty well. Let's go ahead and enlarge this. And there you go. So this is just the process of doing that. Let's go ahead and add another artboard. And let's try one more. This time, instead of circle pattern, let's do trippy. And then let's see what it comes up with. And so here it is. Let's go ahead and make it bigger. Now, the lines are a little bit too thick here. So if we add another artboard, let's try that again. But this time, let's go ahead and instead of the line art, let's go ahead and do the coloring book and just see what it comes up with. Now, this isn't really what I'm looking for. So let's delete that. Let's go back and let's do simple line geometric patterns. Now let's just try this one right here. Now this one might work. Let's go ahead and make it bigger. Let's flip it this way. See what it looks like if I do this and center it. This one might be okay, but as you can see, that is the process. Using Kittl AI, you can create this book very easily. Now, keep in mind when you're creating your coloring book, you're gonna wanna put blank pages in between these patterns. Like this one, for example, is actually not good. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And let's go ahead and put something else in there. For example, this. Now, in order to do that, add some artboards. And then we can just move these. So let's go ahead and put this guy over here. Let's put this guy right here and put this guy right here. So you want your book to look something like this, where every other page is blank for the bleed through purposes. And you want about 40 images. When you use Kittl AI, you could get this done in no time. You just play around with the prompt here. And once you start fine tuning it, you can really come up with some creative, awesome designs. So if you want to go ahead and try out Kittl for yourself, I'm going to leave the link down below. There you have it, a secret niche that's been flying under the radar until now. If you're serious about building passive income with books that actually sell, this is one of the smartest ways to start. It's simple, it's in demand, and it's not crowded yet. If this video helped you see what's possible, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Also, drop a comment and let me know, should I reveal more secret niches like this? And grab my free KDP Royalty Roadmap. It's linked down below, and it walks you through how to turn niches like these into daily, steady, passive income. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.